Okay. Hey, good morning. Happy after Thanksgiving. I would say happy Thanksgiving, but it's the day after Thanksgiving. So I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving, a safe Thanksgiving. And yeah, my Thanksgiving was just a quiet one. Didn't do nothing, didn't go nowhere. It was just a quiet Thanksgiving. I just thought I'd come on here and talk. Let's see here. I just asked you what you did with Thanksgiving. um, yeah. Have y'all ever just sat and thought about what you said in the past, what you done in the past, and what you should have said, and what you should have done? I was doing that earlier, sitting and just thinking quietly of the past. Not to upset me. Nothing to upset me. But, just things that just pop in your mind. And, but yeah, it's like, I could have said that differently. I could have done that differently. Stuff like that. It's funny how you get older. I'm talking about when you're younger. I'm 51. I was 20 something when, this incident happened. It wasn't a bad incident, not tragically, not upsetting. It was. It's about. See, how can I explain this? This lady was supposed to help me with a job. Okay, she made sure I got the job. I kept the job, blah, blah, blah. She overstepped her boundaries and was telling me who I could hang out with, who I could talk to, and da da da. That cat, and when you're young, you just say things. What things were said was it should have been said, and I was just sitting on my bed thinking about that. I don't know exactly what I said to this woman, how I said it, what I said, But anyhow, don't you just stop and while you're just sitting quietly, things pop in your head like, I could have said this differently, I could have done this differently. And that's true in everyday situations, even for the older you get. That's why it's good to talk to God. Because He, He's there to help us and to guide us. And there's a lot of times that I don't know what to do. There was another incident that just happened not too long ago. I'm not gonna mention it. Anyway, I was walking to work. And the whole time I'm like, okay, God, what do I do? What do I say? What do I do? And I got to work. I was still early. And I just sat there like, okay, you at work, what are you gonna do? And I just clocked in, and I just said it to the manager. And it was a yes and no question. But anywho, or to get into binds and situations that you just like, you don't know how to get out of. And people just, I don't know, my mind's everywhere. My mind's everywhere. But yeah. We just sometimes we gotta think about our situations and where we go in our life journey and how to deal with it, and all that stuff. You just gotta figure how and what and how to deal with it. But the best way to do it is talk to God. That's the only way you know how to do it. You gotta talk to God. I'm sorry, this person must be lost. No. I guess it was door dashing. Anywho, like I said, my mind is everywhere. But, I don't know where I'm going with what I'm saying. I really don't. It's a situation. It's life. And, yeah, you're getting your hands in the picture. So that was the only one that did that. But anywho, but yeah, life can throw balls at you, arrows, bricks, but don't just think quietly when you don't have nothing on, no TV, no radio, and you're just by yourself and you're just thinking. And situations pops up. Like, I could have handled that situation just differently when I was younger, but it's over. That person, you don't know if that person's still alive or not. But yeah, I don't know if y'all ever done that. Thought about things that happened a long time ago and you're like, okay. I don't know, God's like, hey, I'm just bringing up a situation, nothing upset you, but, you could have handled that situation differently. And, when I thought about it, I'm like, man, I wish I knew where this woman was at. Like, I don't know exactly what I said, but, when you're young, and there was a time that I lost my mom. And, I was still emotional and still, not in my right mind at that time, so. But anywho, yeah, that was 1995. But don't y'all ever think about what happened all a long time ago and you're like, oh, I could have said that differently, or I couldn't have done that differently. But I know I'm not the only one. But yeah. As I get older, I'm trying not to cuss. I'm trying to live holy. Trying. Trying to walk in God's footsteps. Because I want to go to heaven. And I know I'm getting older. And I need to live right. And I need to do right. But, yeah. Hold on. I'll take y'all with me. Oh, shoot. Oh, we're gonna take a little walk here, guys. Oh, Lord. Hold on. Oh, shoot. Are we still recording? Okay, we're still recording? Okay. Alright, we're gonna take a little walk to my other phone. It's ringing. We're gonna take a walk to the bedroom. Okay. Alrighty. But anyhow, that's what I was saying. It just says Florida. I know, I'll look it up later. My phone is my phone I use every day is charging. But anywho, oh shoot. I just thought I'd come on here and you see that my closet, it needs cleaning. Don't mind my closet. Just hold on 1 second. Alright, I'm coming back. Alright. Okay. Alright. Are we still recording? Okay, we're still recording. Okay. I have a hard time getting on this bed. I'm decided to get back on the bed in case my phone rings again. Since I had this hip surgery and the leg is going, it seems like I'm getting shorter. And getting in this bed is like, I need a step stool to get in this bed. That's why I put the phone down and told you to hold on. Because getting in this bed is not easy. And if you look at my legs and look at the floor, I look like a little child. It's barely, my feet is not even near the floor. My feet are not near the floor. But, yeah. Oh boy. But, anyway, I just thought I'd come on here and talk about, have you ever just sat quietly and things in the past wasn't upsetting, wasn't traumatizing, just, conversations, That's all, just like, that's why I thought it'd come on here, because of that. Because I was sitting on my bed just thinking, and that popped up. Like, you could have handled that differently. You could have said that differently. And yes, I could have. But it's too late now. It makes you feel not bad, but it's like, man, I was a horrible person younger. And I was. I wasn't a sweet angel when I was young. Okay, I did some horrible things. Not horrible things to hurt people physically, but I've said a lot of things that could, yeah. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. But anywho, I just decided to come on here since I haven't made a video in a while and talk about, have you ever just sat and, things that you said and, situations like, man, I could have said that a little differently. I could have handled that situation a lot different. But yeah, I could have. But like I said, I don't know if y'all think about things like that. Oh, hold on, I'm coming back. There's videos everywhere. Everywhere. Okay, I'm in a different position. Yeah, I'm back in my bed. And go ahead. Comment away. But anyway, I'm about to cut this video short anyway, that's why. And why I'm in my bed, that's my business, not yours. Anywho. But that's why I made the video. The older you get, you start handling things a little differently because you're older and you're like, you know better. But when you're younger, you got that I don't care attitude. I'll say what I want to say, do what I want. That's, how I was when I was younger. And now that I'm older, I try to watch what I say. And sometimes it does slip sometimes. And I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. That wasn't nice to me. And didn't mean to say it like that. But yeah, we're all human. We all slip and we all mess up. And then after it's said and done, you're like, whoops. I could have said that a little differently. I could have handled that differently. And now that I'm getting older, and I do catch myself slipping, and I do apologize and say I shouldn't have done that. And I walk away. I say apology and I walk away. If the person accepts it, they accept it. If they don't, they don't. But we're getting in the time in life that we all need to repent and give our life to Christ. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to repent and give my life over to Christ. Because I don't know about y'all, but I want to go to heaven. I want to be there to see my family. Hopefully they're in heaven. Have y'all thought about that? That ones that, wasn't godly and they just lived their life. And you're hoping that when you go to heaven, that they're in heaven. I pray I do see them back. I hope I see them again. And I can hug them again. And I can talk to them again. But I saw something that when your loved ones die, they're not going to remember you when you get to heaven. You're not going to recognize them. They're not going to recognize you. And I'm like, okay. I hope that is not true. I hope I do see my family and they see me and we recognize each other and we can be together again. But what I saw on YouTube, that when you die, you ain't gonna know your loved ones anymore. They're not gonna know you. You're not gonna recognize them. And I'm hoping that's not true. But I hear a lot of things that about that. And then I hear about you will see them. They will see you, and y'all will hug at the golden gates, the pearly gates. But yeah, I've been reading the Bible. I've been studying the Bible every Monday, and I read scriptures, and we talk about the suffering, and we'll be glad when it ends. You know, when you get to heaven, you're not suffering, you're not in pain. You know, you can see again, you can hear again, you can walk, you can run. You're not in a wheelchair, and you don't need no walking device to help you walk. And you got a new body. And I can't wait for that day when you're not in pain no more, and you're not like, oh, I need Tylenol, I need heart medicine, I need heartburn medicine, I need headache medicine, I need cold medicine, I'm sick. But yeah, I'll be glad when I get to that stage. Or I could just live my life happy and don't have to worry about this pain and that pain, and be able to run and jump. I can't even run no more. I wish I could, but I can't. But yeah, don't y'all think about that? Just thinking that, oh, what you've done in the past, and but yeah. I'm not making a depressing video. I'm not. It's just things that you said that now that you're older, oh, I could have said that a little differently. I could have done that a little differently. But no, I'm not trying to make a depressing video. This ain't a depressing video. This is a thinking video. Have you ever just sat there and just thought of your past where you were just having a conversation with somebody? And you're like, I don't think I handled that. I don't think I said that correctly. I don't think I did that. You know, that this is what the video is about. And sometimes I think God, like, just gives you an example. You know, you could have handled that situation a little differently. You know, I think he just gives you something to think about. And I think sometimes that's what God does, you know, in my life. You know. But yeah, I think I made this video long enough. Probably too long for y'all. But yeah, it's to think. Just to think. Just to think and like, Lord, I'm sorry for everything I've said and done in the past. I know I haven't been a perfect person. And I know I haven't been a perfect person. And I don't quote to be. Now, I'm not saying, oh, now I'm reading the Bible and I'm trying to walk in God's Word. Oh, now I'm perfect. No, I'm not. I still slip. Even a Christian, a true Christian, still slips. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. Because I don't think God made us to be perfect. That's what robots are for. To be made perfect. Say the right things. Move the correct way. We're not robots. We're humans. You know, it happens. We're gonna slip up, we're gonna say the wrong things. We're gonna slip and do the wrong things. It happens. And it's not like when we do, we don't mean it. And when we realize, oh my God, and we try to apologize. But, yeah, we're all gonna make mistakes. We're all gonna slip and say the wrong things. It happens. And you're hoping that person forgives you. And importantly, we gotta forgive ourselves. I think that's the most important thing. We got to forgive ourselves. Because if we don't, you're hurting yourself. And you don't want to do that. So, yeah. Gotta forgive yourself and move on. Because you can't, like, oh my God, and make yourself miserable for that one little thing you done. It's over. It's in the past. It's gone. It's done. And, there's a lot of things I've said and I've done, and I regret it. Like when my husband was alive, we got in a lot of arguments, and I said a lot of things I didn't mean. And I regret saying things. I regret the things I've said and done to him. And, yeah. But I'm hoping when I see him again that the past is done and it's over. And we can live our life in heaven. Yeah. But anywho, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I hope everybody's having a good Friday. I hope y'all shopping your butts off, and if you are, I'll take a tablet. I'll take some more earrings. I need some more earrings Check a necklace. You know. I like silver earrings and silver necklaces. You can buy some for me. But, anywho, I hope everybody's having a great day. Our weather is cool out here in Florida. I know the ones up north are probably getting cold. So anyway, I think I made a long video. I think it's long enough. I think this is the longest video I ever made. Anyway, stay blessed, stay safe, stay warm, and it's cold and flu season, so be safe out there. Comment down below, subscribe, and share. And thank you for the ones that do watch my videos. And I'm going to try to comment to the ones I do watch. And yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and comment down below. And if you got any hypes, please hype me up. Hype. And thank you again for everything. And till next time, guys, comment down below, subscribe, and share. Until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Bye, and love you all.